Hello everyone, and welcome to one of many videos I plan to make detailing the local myths and legends pertaining to each state in the United States. I'll be visiting each state in alphabetical order until I hit all 50 of them. For each state, I'll be picking 5 of the most commonly encountered myths and legends, hoping to pump them out regularly. So come with me as we explore this large, diverse country filled with folklore, legends, and tall tales, some of which might even turn out to be true. This week, we explore Arkansas. Admitted into the Union in 1836 as the 25th state, Arkansas is known for its diverse, mountainous, and highland geography and indigenous culture. It's also a state that I'll personally be visiting soon, so I'm excited to put some of these myths and legends to the test myself. If you're interested in learning about some myths and about this state, stay tuned, and I'm happy to tell you a few scary stories that take place in the natural state. Number 1. The story of the ghosts of the prisoners that dwell in the Arkansas state capitol. Built in 1899, on the site of the old prison, this building is the main government building for Arkansas. The building was constructed by prisoners which resided there during the construction, and it's believed that the state capitol is haunted by the ghost of those prisoners. There's also a ghost of a representative that supposedly haunts the building. Ira Gurley is her name, and she perished in an elevator accident in 1932, leading to a lot of elevator problems being blamed on her. Apparently, to put this to the test, there was a group of people that called themselves the Spirit Seekers, and they went to the Capitol to give it a shot, and, in their words, they found that there was plenty of proof that this place was haunted. They picked up grunts and whispers and faint responses to their questions that were too quiet for the human ear to perceive while they were ghost hunting. Story number 2. Ghost Mountain in Fayetteville, Arkansas. There's a mountain just southeast of the Drakefield Airport in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and this mountain is known to locals as Ghost Mountain. Apparently in the 1930s, a drunk had just gotten home from a night of drinking to find his wife up late caring for a sick, screaming child. In his drunken state, he was angered by the crying, and this man grabbed the child, walked outside, and tossed this crying child into a well on this mountain. His wife, desperate to save the child, jumped in after it. After getting the child, the mother begged to be let up while sitting on the bucket attached to a rope. In return, though, the drunk father of the child cut the rope and left town, letting the mother and child die in that well. Today, the well is still there, and it's said that if you ask a local, they can lead you to it. Many who visit the mountain and walk by the well on a full moon claim that they can still hear the cries of the mother and child wailing and screaming down in that well. Number 3 is the Argenta Historic District. While this district in North Little Rock is now just a quiet part of town with a few businesses that doesn't really stand out, this place has a tension-filled past. In the early 1900s, a race riot took place here, which led to the shooting and hanging of an innocent restaurant owner, Omer Blackman, at the City Hall. In modern day, the building where this took place houses the History Commission. Employees and visitors alike have reported strange occurrences in this building, which include noises, footsteps, and the sound of a man choking and gasping for his life. Others that have wandered the streets after dark in the same area that this race riot took place claim that they've seen a vision of specters of a woman and man walking arm in arm. Number 4 is the Old Arsenal Tower Shadow People. The Old Arsenal Tower building is the last remaining structure still standing from the original United States military installation at the location that dates back to the 1840s, as well as being one of the oldest buildings in central Arkansas. This installation was originally built as an outpost for battles with Native Americans, and would later become an important fort in the Civil War, as well as the birthplace of General Douglas MacArthur, a prominent general in World War II. If you read enough about this place, though, you'll hear whispers of spirits having fun in the tower, and of shadowy apparitions roaming the place, which are the main attraction of the tower. There are claims that one entity roams the tower, playing games with guests and throwing objects at people in the evening and during storms. Another says that if someone happens to walk down a staircase in the building and just look over their shoulder at the right time, they might see an object fly by their head and hear chuckles as someone runs off into the distance. There have also been sightings of shadows seen on the walls and in the basement that are supposedly two shadow people dwelling under the grand staircase, who will occasionally relive a duel from their past lives. Number 5 is the Allen House. Located in Monticello, in Arkansas's lower delta, is the Allen House, a home with a terrifying past and an undead present. Many refer to it as one of the most haunted houses in the United States, and many terrifying things happen here which revolve around the Allen family. It's said that on Christmas in 1948, Liddell Allen, the daughter of the family, ate cyanide, leading to her death a few days later. The mother then sealed off the room where this child died afterwards, which wasn't opened again for 40 years. When opened, the new owners actually found the cyanide bottle and pages of letters pertaining to the relationship that Liddell had that led her to killing herself. In short, Liddell had been in love with a man who she often met with who had family that he claimed he would leave behind for her. Needless to say though, he didn't leave them and ceased contact with her, which broke her heart, leading to her unfortunate suicide. After her passing, the Allen House was divided into multiple dwellings, after which the paranormal events began. In the window of what had been Liddell's room, people began seeing a lady standing there, staring out of it. If you want to see this for yourself, the current owners of the Allen House, the Spencers, allow tours of the home that they dwell in, which still resides in Monticello, Arkansas. If you want to hear more about this, there's also an excellent podcast by Snap Judgment's Spooked that highlights this story and the personal haunting events in more chilling detail. Thank you for joining me today on our chilling trek through a state that's obviously got a thing for ghosts. If you liked this video and you want to be informed of the next one, please subscribe and turn on notifications to hear about it. If you want to help the YouTube algorithm identify my worth, please give me a like and it will help tremendously as well. But more importantly, don't you ever forget, it's always story time.